Hello all, welcome back to my channel. I am Raju Pujala. In this video, let's take a look at whether a given number is a prime or not. I mean, if I give you a number and you have to write a code and you have to highlight whether the given number is a prime or not. So one thing before going ahead, we should understand what is a prime number. So again, as like Fibonacci series or like natural numbers, there is something behind the prime numbers. So 1 itself is not a prime number or the negative numbers as well. So a prime number is a natural number which is greater than 1. So anything which is like less than 2, for example 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, all of them, these are not the prime numbers. And what are all the prime numbers? 2, okay, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19, etc. so on. So these are all the prime numbers. So out of all these prime numbers, only 2 is the number which is an even number, which is a prime number, and rest all the numbers, they are the odd numbers. So how we're taking it, if you take a look at non-prime numbers, so for example number 4, it has factorials like 1, 2, 4. It can be divided by 2, 4 and all, right? And now if you look at 6, it can be divided by 1, 2, 3, 6. So these can be divided. So these are not the prime numbers, and all the numbers which can't be divided, these are the prime numbers. And let's go ahead and let's see how we can write the code. So let's go to over here. Let me reconnect quickly. Okay, I'll delete the existing code. I should have done that before. I would like to keep all of my videos like very raw. So there are like no editings, etc. So it is like very straightforward. I mean, you see the question and you find the code. So what we're going to do, so let's write a code for this one. And even before that, I would like to give some examples about the code. I mean, if in case if you don't know how to find the square root of something, for example the square root of 25 is 5, right? And let's see how we can do this one. 25 multiplied into 0.5, so this gives the square root of the square root value. So this is one thing that you have to remember. And also, for example, whenever we are using a for loop, for example for I in range 1, 5, print I, you can see that it prints the values from 1 to 4, not the last one. So for example, if you would like to print all the numbers from 1 to 5, you have to keep it 6 over here. Then it prints the values it prints all the values until 5. Or else if you would like to print 6 as well, you can put plus 1 over here. So it prints all the values from 1 to 6. So this is one quick tip that I would like you guys to remember. Now let's go ahead and let's see the code. Define. I'm going to develop a function prime. So n here, n can be anything. So I will pass a number over here once after we develop the function. And for now it is n. So n, we know that if n is less than 2, which is 1, 0, minus 1, minus 2, this is not a prime number. So I'm going to return as false. Okay, and for I in range, for all the words above 2, above or greater than 2, greater than or equal to 2. So I'm going to find the square root of the numbers, whatever the number, and then I'll check this one, because if whatever the number that, if a number, once after we do the square root and whatever the number it is, and if it can be divisible by the main number, then it is a prime number. It can't be a prime number. So let's do this one. N multiplied 0.5 plus 1. And now I would like to check this I value. This n value can be divided by this one equal to 0. So this gives return false or return true. As simple as that. So one thing that you guys should take a look at over here is that these two lines. So why we wrote this one? So instead of, for example, let's say n value is 25, and for example, let's say n value is 25. Then instead of listing all the values like 1, 2, 3, all the factors and all, what we're going to do, we'll take the square root of 25, square root of n value, which is 25, n 25 is nothing but the 5, and then we'll check whether this 5 is a prime number or not, and that's how we are going to do this one now. So return true, that's it. Now is prime of 10. Let's do this one. Okay, so now in the for loop, if you see over here, there is an error, which is a float object cannot be interpreted as an integer. So here you can't pass the float numbers, you have to pass the integer values over here. So I mean, what exactly is a float? So anything which has decimals is a float. For example, 25.0, this is a float. Okay, and if you see 25, just 25, it is an int. So when you do 25 square root of 0.5, so it is giving a float number but not an integer number. So what we can do for that, let's do type conversion, the casting, sorry, let's do like this. Okay, now 10 is not a prime number, let's give a value 13. 13 is a prime number. Yep. So this is how you can write the logic to find whether a given number is a prime or not. And you don't have to manually type all of this code. I'm going to give my GitHub link in the YouTube video description, so you can access that and you can check the code, and then you can start practicing on that. Thanks a lot for watching this video.